Manifestation only works when all your actions, the work that you do, the hard work that you put in, all the energy that you invest in your day, that is aligned towards one thing. There will be people who want you to achieve further, but they will also deny sometimes. It's just that you have to keep your spirits high and keep on pushing yourself further. I had some connections. I connected with a couple of people in NASA, different scientists, and that's how connections come in. So make sure you connect with people. It doesn't matter what your age is. Did you do anything in the past 2 days that aligns to your future career, to your goals? Did you improve on something? Did you learn something new? Did you work on something? Did you train yourself? If the answer is yes, you are on the right track.
Manifestation comes into the picture, and this is where you have this pure intention of giving to people, helping to people, and that's how you yourself are getting back from the community.
And there are lots of situations where girls, they simply don't want to go to the police, because that is indeed a very big step to come forward to. So that is where I come into place. They talk to me and we solve it with the union. Of course, success is the best boost, but the failures, they teach you more than what success can ever teach you. Nobody should be able to stop you or to set your restrictions, to set your limitations. You are the only one, and there are no limitations to us.
Hi, I'm Kaavya Ramani, a Bollywood actress, best-selling author, and a success mentor based in New York. Manifest WishCraft Conversations is a podcast series on manifestation where I explore the true meaning of success through conversations with inspiring people from around the world. This podcast is also available on Spotify. If this resonates with you, please subscribe, like, and share this episode with 3 more people. It might change their life and yours too. To learn more and be a part of this growing global movement, please search Manifest with Kaavya Ramani. This is my website. Enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome to Manifest WishCraft Conversations. I'm Kaavya Ramani, hosting from New York, and today on Manifest WishCraft Conversations, I'm joined by Deeksha D from UK, and inspiring young achiever and aerospace engineering student at Swansea University, if that's correct.
That's right.
Who earned a scholarship for her dedication and talent. Deeksha D is a researcher and innovator, leading rocket projects, co-authoring research on supersonic flow, and exploring high altitude experiments. She is also a motivator and communicator, founder of Accelerate this summer, delivering 50 plus motivational sessions and producing educational podcasts at Zenote. A published author, poet, women's officer, and awardee recognized by the NASA Administrator Dan Goldin. She is here to share her journey, her insights, and secrets to success. And today, I'm really, really grateful to have you on our podcast series. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing today, Deeksha Di?
Thank you so much, Kavya, for inviting me over to your podcast. It's lovely. I love your energy right now, and I'm good. Everything's all right. So let's go.
Yeah, let's just get started because I see that the common base over here that we share is the interest in aerospace. Because
That's right.
from a very young age, me myself was really interested in becoming, whether it's a pilot or anything related to space. It was really, aerospace is a really interesting topic for me. So it's really interesting to know that a person who is into aerospace is now on my podcast. So starting with when your journey started, you have earned a scholarship to study at aerospace, engineering at Swansea University. What kind of key actions or mindsets that helped you achieve this incredible milestone, and how did the passion for becoming something significant for this world start?
I'd like to correct something. I haven't done anything significant so far. This is literally the start of our careers. But yes, having a positive mindset and knowing that, yes, if you have decided something and you can do it, no matter what happens, there will be obstacles. There will be a lot of things will go wrong. Maybe you made an error while writing your essay. If you're writing anything down, you once you have sent out everything, you will proofread it again, and then you see, oh shit, this is the mistake I made. But till the end, you need to have confidence in yourself, because no one would be able to help you move further or be able to motivate you. You can just listen to thousands of podcasts, thousands of motivational speakers, but the main motivation comes from within. So you just have to decide, after maybe listening to anybody or literally sitting at almost 3 a.m. in the night and talking to yourself, just thinking, where there's no noise surrounding you, nothing to disturb. And that there is the motivation that comes along that yes, nobody can stop you. And if you have decided, you can do it.
Yes, and the willpower that you talked about, the belief in yourself, the self-trust is kind of what people struggle with, and you had this really strong belief in yourself which helped you kind of move forward. But it's your decency to say that you've not achieved anything significant yet, but the world knows what you've achieved. So yeah, many young people, as you just talked about, self-belief and believing in yourself, but many young people struggle with self-doubt. And how do you stay confident and motivated during tough times and during struggles?
I think it's more about being optimistic because as we are students and when we grow out from school, you realize that you're not the only one that's a bright student. In our house, we are, of course, the bright student. Yes, very knowledgeable. But when you move to different platforms, when you suddenly come to university or you even start preparing for competitive exams, you see that there's all the students there, they're all so much brighter, and you can only motivate yourself but if you take inspiration from them, but rather than seeing them as your competition. Because even right now I'm taking some motivation from you because I love your spirit right now, I love your enthusiasm. Because seeing everybody as your tutor, what can you take from them, what good qualities can you inherit from someone else? I think that is the mindset that keeps you moving further. And no matter what hurdles comes along, if your professors aren't happy with you, if your teachers shout at you for some reason, you should just be thinking that, oh, I might have made a mistake, but they're only trying to help me.
Yes, you also talked about how you have to be open to learning, and be able to adapt and implement on things that you learn throughout the way, which makes you better and better every day. And the
That's right.
optimism that you talked about is really important. I truly agree with you. Many times when we are trying to achieve something, when we're on our journeys, we talk about a certain belief system, a certain belief that you have on a universe that it'll help you achieve what you want. That's kind of manifestation, and visualizations is one of the very key parts of manifestation, right? So was there a moment when you visualize your success, like studying abroad or leading rocket projects, or what you later saw? What was the visualization?
So I think that visualization, it's not just about visualizing yourself that yes, you have achieved something, but it's also about aligning all your actions towards that success. It's not like you can just keep playing on your bed and think about, oh, I want to be the next prime minister of US or I want to do something great. It doesn't happen like that. Manifestation only works when all your actions, the work that you do, the hard work that you put in, all the energy that you invest on in your day, that is aligned towards one thing. So I'll give you a quick example. I study aerospace engineering, and when we talk about rocket science, we recently had Artemis 2 go out in outer space and do a close flyby to the moon. But how did it start? For it to get launched, to go out in the space, the fuel had to be launched in one direction. So all your actions, no matter what work you do, they should be converging in one direction to one bigger aim that you have decided for yourself, to the goal that you want to achieve further. So make sure that all your actions come together and they are aligned. Manifestation not only won't just work by sitting idle and thinking. You need to make a roadmap for yourself, make out some smaller actions, divide everything into smaller tasks, award yourself for the smaller tasks that you do, but make sure everything is aligned towards one particular thing.
Yeah, and looking at you now and seeing that you've worked hard to be where you are right now, studying at a college where you receive even a scholarship, and be a person who is significant to the college, to the university. What kind of key actions or mindsets help you achieve this incredible milestone of going to UK and studying in a very prestigious university?
I think the only mindset that a student or anyone who is learning in any age should have is that you will face lots of rejections. And even, but if you don't give it a try, it is already a no. If you don't apply for something, if you don't apply for a program or for a scholarship or anything, then it's basically a no, right? So if you apply somewhere, you talk to someone, the least you can get is a no, and which you're already prepared for that. So in my first year, I applied to not applied, I tried to become a part of the research group because I'm really interested in working with elder people, learning from them, working in the labs, and gaining all the technical knowledge that I can while also building on my theory knowledge. But a couple of professors, the head of my department, they denied that no, you should wait at least till second year to apply, and we don't generally take freshers in our research groups. But day after day, I kept approaching professors, and finally, after 3 months, I got into one. Then I am working with postgrad students, and I'm working on in the wind tunnel lab. It's
Wow.
just that you have to keep approaching, and there will be people who want you to achieve further, but they will also deny sometimes. It's just that you have to keep your spirits high and keep on pushing yourself further.
Yeah, and because there are many people who want to put you down, as you just said, not put you down, but they think they underestimate you sometimes,
That's
and you
true.
just don't have to let them be the one to decide what's your level and what's your capabilities, and you need to believe in yourself, what you just said, and you kind of have really strong public speaking skills, and you deliver motivational sessions, and even produce educational podcasts at Zenotes. How can young people kind of use these kind of skills to grow personally and also professionally?
I think I want to talk to the parents here because my parents have really helped me and all my siblings develop these skills because they would literally ask us to, because English is not our first language, and they would ask us, okay, tell us how your day was when we were 5, 6 years old. Tell us in English, doesn't matter if it's a grammar is incorrect, doesn't matter if you can't pronounce the words correctly, but just try to be yourself. No matter what you say, but be confident from within. And this is the main key of being a not a good speaker, but someone who can communicate their inner thoughts, who can communicate what they want to give to the world. So even if you are a very good tutor, even if you have commendable knowledge, if you can't share that with world, doesn't matter, it has to be just through speaking. You can write it, you can, but you should find the best way to communicate to others. And I think the main confidence is that just don't undermine your children, don't undermine yourself, don't undermine your friends. Just one request to everybody that keep motivating them, even if they are spelling something wrong, even if they are pronouncing something wrong, if their grammar is incorrect, just make sure you don't kill their motivation, you don't kill their confidence, and let's hope they don't have any stage fear in future, because once these things are developed in your childhood, a confident child will stay confident throughout their life. But if the child is introvert, they will tend there are more likely chances that they will be introvert throughout their lifetime. So in your childhood years, in your teenage years, make sure you come out, make sure you talk to strangers, make sure you make a lot of connections, because your network is your net worth while you are a student. We're not talking about money right now. We are talking about the real network that we have. The more people you talk to, everybody uses social media right now. Talk to people, talk to new people. If you are on LinkedIn, then follow some great people on LinkedIn, and they actually do reply. You have some questions, you ask them. And that's how Mr. Dan Goldin, he liked one of my LinkedIn posts that I posted about my research essay that I wrote in grade 11. I had some connections. I connected with a couple of people in NASA, different scientists, and that's how connections come in. So make sure you connect with people. Doesn't matter what your age is, but make sure you build a new network, you build a great network right now.
Wow, I'm kind of speechless right now because the things that you said is kind of the exact things that I feel and I want people to know because everything that you are right now as a person, and the personality that you have is developed in your childhood, as you mentioned.
That's true.
And whether you have stage fright, that's because of your childhood. If you're confident, that's because of your childhood too. And even in my case, I would just like to share this once, that I am able to do certain things and become the kind of person that I want to become, and the best version of myself is because of the trainings and of the things that my dad, especially my parents, kind of put into me. And my dad is a neuroscientist, and a high performance coach. So he kind of helps people to become the best versions of themselves. And because I'm his daughter, I was able to get each and every training that he provides, and kind of evolve and advise a better person that I wanted to become. And now that I know that I have certain capabilities because of the mental strength and because of all the things and skills that my parents and my dad has put into me, I am able to do what I want to do. And your motivation does not have to be killed, as you mentioned. It's just really important for you to be really strong and willing to do what you want to do, and you can achieve anything and everything in whatever age you want. So this was kind of for the audience, that age is just a number. Even if it's never too late, it's never too early, you can do anything and everything what you want, so just do it. And so now, moving forward with the question and answer section, there's a lot of ups and downs in the journeys, in a journey of a person who wants to achieve success in life. And as you have a lot of experience now, so there are problems in the journey. So what kind of problem solving have you done? What's your advice for training the mind to kind of think logically and make better decisions in life?
I think the only thing that has helped me and a lot of more people that I know in situations that they struggle is that leave everything aside and give some time just to yourself. Think of the last time that you were just sitting alone, thinking about random stuff, or maybe just concentrating your thoughts on one particular topic without any device, without any laptop, iPad, PC, nothing. Just sitting idle, sitting in a park, not talking with anyone, just talking with your internal thoughts. I think that helps a lot. And if you can't do that, then maybe you should start writing. Because I started journaling after I came here. I also used to journal back in India. And that also helps when you write down, when you tell someone, and that someone is your either your journal, your diary, or your brain, and you know for sure that this thing won't judge me. I can have the most stupid thoughts right now, but if I write this down, my diary won't judge me. I can pour any of the thoughts, because thoughts, they are literally like running water. And your diary, your phone, your speaker, anything that you do to preserve it, that is like a bowl that you're keeping it under to store it. Because our thoughts will keep going on through a sieve, but if you don't stop it, you won't be able to help yourself, because these thoughts that come to you, they are sometimes the best ideas. They can be the worst ideas as well, but the best ideas of starting a business, of doing anything, or if you're stuck in the problem, you will go through your brains, your neurons will go through millions of different ideas that you can do, millions of different ways that you can get out of the problem with. And if you don't know how to keep that recorded, then it won't help. But make sure you sit alone. Make sure you give at least 15 minutes to yourself once in a while, every 2 to 3 days, and think back, like, have I been doing good? Like, all the actions that I've been doing. Leave your vacation part apart. If you're on a vacation, enjoy it fully, because enjoyment is also necessary. We don't want students to be depressed, always be thinking about one thing. We want you to all chill and enjoy your life. But in the same time, in the past 2 days, was there a time, or did you do anything in the past 2 days that aligns to your future career, to your goals? Did you improve on something? Did you learn something new? Did you work on something? Did you train yourself? If the answer is yes, you are on the right track. But if the answer is no, and you are not you're not just on a vacation or something, then you should be digging deeper into your daily schedule and make sure your actions are aligned. And these things are really small. These actions, these small changes that you make in your life, they seem very insignificant at first. But when you start to do these continuously, you will realize that, okay, you're getting problems. You are finding yourself in problems, but you can easily get out of them.
Yes, and you talk about journaling, right? It's a really beautiful thing. It's just where you let out anything and everything that you have in your mind, and it's just like it's the same as teaching someone and learning yourself. So you must know this already, but let me just clarify this to the audience. Whenever you want to study better, you teach that concept to someone else so that you yourself get a better idea of it. It's the same thing with problem solving, right? You write down things or you tell someone about your problems without them judging your problems. And even when you're reciting your problems or reciting your thoughts, you automatically have a better solution for it and you just solve your problem on your own. So it's a really good tip. Thank you so much for that. And then I also see that you're the founder of, Accelerate this summer, reaching thousands of students. It's really inspiring. So, what kind of drives you to serve others while managing such a busy and high achieving life?
So it started like the same thing that you mentioned right now, that teaching is the best form of revising. So if you can teach a concept, that means you understand the concept well. So as my family, we come through an educational background. So my dad used to say, if you've learned a concept, teach it. Uh, Tell me what you learned. He brought us a whiteboard and some markers. Okay, here's your board, tell us what you studied. So we would, I was in grade 6 and 7, and we started studying trigonometry that was introduced in grade 10. And we realized that yes, we can understand that. And not just us, most of the students can actually study, understand the concept of at least classes, 3 or 4 classes greater than what they are studying in. So if you're in grade 10 right now, you can understand some college concepts. If someone is in grade 6 right now, they can easily understand the math concepts of grade 10. It's just that they should be in the right mindset that, yes, this is not a big deal. We can do it. And that's how the teaching started. And once I went to Bihar and we went for a wedding, but then we all of a sudden we were visiting a government school and I took astronomy class of students there, and the students were so surprised and amazed to know that our sun is actually a star. They were so surprised, and that intrigued me a lot. And I was, okay, that gave me a kick. And yes, I should be doing that, as because I used to learn languages, different. I learned German as well. So I came back to my home, and then I asked my dad to collect some students, like find out some students who wants to study. And I started with some personality development camps. I started doing English speaking classes for them, science classes, astronomy, because that was the subject I liked. I wanted people to know more about it. Also the language I knew, not it's not that I'm fluent in German, but all the things that I knew, I wanted those students in my village, that I wanted to share with them as well. So that's how Accelerate this summer started. I also conducted 10 days summer camps throughout all the summer for 3 years, and all invited tutors and speakers from all over the world. We'd also, after having 3 4 hours in the premises, we would go back to our homes, and then there would be an online session for at least 45 50 minutes, where sometimes a musician is there, there's meditation happening virtually, and some tutors teaching things that, because students in the village, they don't get access to all these things. If I have been privileged enough to receive all these resources, to get those, it's my duty that I use all the resources and the knowledge and the funding that I have to help others, because this is the best form of learning. The more exposure you get, the more experience you get, that is much better. And I also come from the same town as Kalpana Chawla. So I was like, okay, I need more girls, I need more students to go into this field, because I myself am derived in this field a lot. So that was my motivation to start Accelerate this summer, and also went to a lot of different schools to motivate children to talk about a lot of different things and help them boost their confidence.
And this trait of yours, right, to help others and make them aware about what you have, this is something a leader has. This is something a leader wants to do. Spread awareness, let people know what they can do, let people know that they are able to do certain things and they can achieve what they want. And this is kind of what I'm trying to do too, right? Like it's like leaders, it's a really good trait. It's like you develop that trait from a really young age, which helps you grow into a really better version of yourself. And this is where kind of, manifestation comes into the picture. And this is where you have this pure intention of giving to people, helping to people. And that's how you yourself are getting back from the, community and getting back from the universe itself too. Do you see in any way, when you look back at your journey, do you think in any way manifestation has played a significant role in your life? Maybe you visualized something and you got it, or you thought of something, you dreamed of something and you achieved it. What was it?
I think manifestation, it doesn't just work in one way, but several ways that we don't even know. So I always dreamt, or if not dreamt, I always thought about, oh wow, I was amazed by airplanes. I was amazed by birds. How can they fly? It felt like magic. And then my parents, they told me about Kalpana Chawla. They told me about space, solar system, and it amazed me like our solar system, our universe is so big, and there's this tiny Earth, a tiny country, tiny state, and then in that tiny village, I am standing right there. We're so insignificant if we look at that vast image, but we insignificant people can do so much significant thing. We can make such big differences. I wanted to become a pilot initially, but then in grade 6 or 7, it changed. I was like, okay, being a pilot is fine. I can always become a pilot. I'll get my licensing if when I'm 25, 26 in that age. But I should study about outer space. So astronomy came into place. I was always interested in astronomy. But then, okay, what is something that combines both astronomy and aviation and all the things that fly here and in the outer space as well? Okay, aerospace it is. So that's how the main goal doesn't change. I am going to the space, I am studying about the space, but there should be something that something that excited you from your childhood, and it's never late to start a new subject. You can always start right now. You can explore different things, explore different subjects, and you can always change it. But make sure whatever you do, I'll say again, it is aligned towards one pole, towards one that north star that you want to go to.
And I thought you were, oh, it was my presumption, I guess, that you only enjoyed aerospace or like, aviation or planes. But now that I know that astronomy is one of the subjects that you like the most, I mean, one of your favorite subjects, I feel that there's another common base with us now. Astronomy is my favorite subject too, and I have been taking astronomy in high school for 2 years now, and it's really interesting to know about the space. And as you talked about, I think about it too, that we are so little in this whole universe, but yet you are able to, you know, vibrate at certain frequencies and change your destiny and create your own power, and you're able to achieve what you want. And I see you've also received recognition from Dan Goldin and many other awards. And how did these moments shape your confidence and vision?
I think like after I started Accelerate this summer, and it had been a couple of years. I was also invited to Hansraj College, Delhi University, and I was given the Women Empowerment Award. And then one of my posts, the research essay, I was literally in grade 11. So writing an essay was, of course, a big deal. And then getting a like on it on LinkedIn from such a great personality who served as NASA's administrator for the longest tenure. It was an impressive moment for me. It was inspiring and amazing in moment for me, because that boosted me. Okay, if I can do this with all the knowledge that I have right now, there will be things that I can do. I can do much more and much better things once I get the formal education in this particular field. So, all these moments, and it's not just the moments that are shown to the public, there are also the smaller moments that happen in your household, or if you've gone somewhere, small interaction with random people, they also give you this spark and this excitement about yourself. Yes, whatever you've been doing it is something good, something impressive, and although it's very insignificant at this point, but you have the potential, you hold those capabilities to do something in the future for the humanity, for the race, for everyone.
And having that optimism, right, as you talked about before, and having that big vision, and not, constraining your thoughts and not constraining your beliefs about yourself is the most important thing to do. Because whenever you detect any kind of skill that you have in yourself, you should be able to see a big vision with that particular skill and be able to open yourself to new opportunities even inside your head, so that then the opportunities, arrive for you, and you're able to grow. And now the question is, what is more important for success? Is it discipline, belief, or clear purpose, and why?
So I won't say one of these things is more important. Clear purpose, discipline, and what was the third thing that you mentioned?
Belief.
Belief, discipline, and clear purpose. These three things work together, they intertwine and make the path to your success. Because if you're not disciplined enough and you just believe in yourself, it won't give you the results, right? You cannot achieve everything while just sitting and binge watching Netflix. You cannot do that. So all these three things hold equal importance. They have equal significance in making you what you are, in helping you achieve where you want to be.
Yes, beautifully said. So, even if we recognize each and every field of yours that you're accelerating in, and each and every recognition and achievement of yours, it will take us hours and hours. But some of the things that I think we should, highlight for you, or is one of the things is that you are the women's officer and, or a STEM advocate. So, as being that, what kind of challenges do women face, and how can they build the confidence and break the barriers?
So right now, as I am the women's office of a student union in my university, I think girls, it's not just about the problems that we face academically, it's also about the workplace here is pretty good, but when you work, although it is UK, but there are some things that happens when you go out, some eve teasing, people say a lot of things, and there are lots of situations where girls they simply don't want to go to the police because that is indeed a very big step to come forward to. So that is where I come into place. They talk to me and we solve it with the union. And it's more about making a safe space for everyone. For example, organizing period poverty free camp, so giving out free period products to everyone, to all the girls indeed. We recently also did a period pain simulator to let everyone know what pain we experience as girls, because those 5 days that we have, we are doing all the extra work that we do every single day while struggling internally. Because I am so proud of being a girl, so proud of being a woman, and so thankful that God made me a woman, because I don't have just like multiple brain cells that I can easily do maths or anything, but we have so much more emotional maturity. We also have so much more intelligence. We're very good at multitasking. So these things are just something that we have inherited from our roots, that we are just born with, and that is quite impressive. And when we advocate for STEM, because in my field there are approximately 13% girls in aerospace, but I want this number to rise much at a bigger rate, because girls can do so much more in these fields. And in India, like when we have all these uh, civil exams like UPSC and all these competitive exams, we have seen a far gradual growth in the amount of girls who score better. So when we are shining everywhere, why not just increase the number significantly and make a scene, make the people see us that yes, we're not just meant for homes, we can do so much things.
Wow. Oh my God. This is one of the things that people should know, and one of the things that I would love to highlight. And thank you so much, because women, as you said, are really, really talented, and multitasking is really, it comes easily to them. It's just to us, I'm sorry. And
Yeah,
it's just really amazing to see how beautiful a woman's heart is in itself, whether it's not even that different. They're different women, right? They're different genetics, but then as women, as in general, in common, every single woman has a heart of gold. It's just that
that's
you
true.
need to come up and break that barrier, as I mentioned, and come up and achieve the success that you want, because you have the talent. All you have to do is go there, show it, and achieve it, right?
Go it,
You
show it,
are
achieve it.
also,
3 rules.
yes, yes, and not just women. In general, the youth today is kind of should come up and achieve the success that they want, because the awareness to be the better version of yourself has to be spread, because nowadays I see that the youth, the people, teenagers, are not that conscious about what they're doing, and I want them to kind of achieve what they are capable to achieve. And you being the person to spread awareness, to motivate people, is really amazing. And you've also been selected for the Analog Astronaut Training Center mission. It's amazing. And what kind of mental strength and preparation does it take to reach such elite opportunities?
I think the only mental preparation that it requires is self belief that, yes, if I apply here, I will get it. Because I know a lot of people who, in the fear of getting rejected from something, they don't apply at the very first place. So make sure you go out there. Even if you get rejected, that hits you like a motivation. Okay, what happened? Was I not good in one particular field? There was a movie about a NASA astronaut who was rejected 11, 12 times from there. But every time he was rejected, he would write them back and he would see, okay, the people who were selected this year, they had these qualities, and he developed those skills. He became an expert swimmer, expert at skydiving, paragliding, all the skills that they knew at scuba diving. And after some time they had to accept him because he literally mastered all the skills he thought he lacked. So get those rejections, because
Wow.
rejections are also important. Of course success is the best boost, but the failures, they teach you more than what success can ever teach you.
Yes. Wow. Because failures are the things that shape you, make you better. Success gives you motivation to keep going and
That's true.
as be the person that you are already living as. But then failures teach you what you don't need to do. They teach you how to change or make yourself better in certain things. So it's really important to face failures and improve yourself. You are also the author of The Teenage Whispers. What inspired you to write it, and what is the key message for young people?
So this was about the teenage that I experienced, and back in the day, I was okay. I want to author something. I want to write these thoughts down because once I am an adult, we will have so many other things to worry about, and those emotions that or all the questions that come to our mind whilst we are in the teenage, they just disappear through the life. So I wrote down what I thought, my feelings out. Not just that, I also interviewed a lot of people and asked them about their teenage experience, what they could recall. I interviewed a lot of professors, an actor. I also include like the ministers of India. So they also gave the Dr. Kiran Bedi, the first woman IPS officer of India. So she wrote the foreword for my book. It was like a moment come true, a dream come true, because I'd always read about her. Okay, she was the first woman to do this, to become the IPS officer in India. And to see and look at the women who inspire you, getting something from them is truly motivational. And it's not just that you don't have to publish anything but make sure you write things down. Make sure if you're speaking, you have some thoughts in your mind, you record them, make a voice note. When I used to study, I found this new way that, okay, I'll read my book and I'll record myself, so when I have to revise, I'll just hear myself speaking again. So you can just find these ways to showcase and to preserve what your thoughts are or what you're actually doing. And you all can write a book. You all can do literally every single thing. My granddad says one line that I've always heard throughout my life: what a man has done, every man can do. And I repeat it for girls: what any person has done, any person can do. It's not just about man. So if someone has achieved a feat, it's not very difficult to achieve by others. It's just that you have to train yourself hard enough. You have to work on yourself that much that you can do it.
There, to like just follow up on this idea, you are not supposed to change yourself to become like a person who achieves success. My dad
That's true.
always says this, and I believe this truly, that to become successful and a better version of yourself, you don't need to get something in yourself. Nothing has to be added. The thing that has to be done is, you know how you carve a stone to make a statue out of it.
Mhm.
So all you have to do is take out those pieces of stones in yourself and take out those limitations and those barriers, and you will become the best version of yourself. I also mentioned this recently in an event, and I remembered this. So yeah, to achieve success, you don't have to change. You don't have to add something in you. You have to be yourself, but just get rid of all the negatives and be the positive, pure person, and you will achieve it. Thank you so much for bringing that up. And so now that we see that you juggle academics and then research and leadership, outreach, and then also sports. So what are your top kind of habits to stay productive without burning out and without being stressful?
I think it's more about like planning your day. Like, okay, if you have, don't keep worried because, okay, I have to complete this entire chapter today. No, I have to complete this portion today. And it's not like you have to write it down, just make mental notes. And as I said in one of the previous questions, that talk to yourself. Was there something like in the last 2 days, did you work towards your goal? If the answer is yes, you're doing something right. If the answer is no, you have to look into yourself. And this is literally the simplest key formula. And one also line: never try to become the best, because you can never be the best. Always try to become the better, because being better is being dynamic. You will always keep improving. But if you try to become the best, what would you become next? Nothing, right? You literally reach a stop. But always try to become a better version of yourself and try to become better in everything that you want to achieve.
Wow, you said a really good thing, that try to become a better version of yourself, because then if you try to be the best, then you'll think that there's nothing ahead of best, but
That's
it's
right.
always that you keep learning. So to keep learning and to keep improving and to keep achieving that success that you want, you have to be better and not the best. Last question before we move towards another interesting section of ours. Beyond awards and achievements, what kind of impact do you want to create in the world, and how can young people start aligning with that vision right now?
I think the only impact I want to create right now is to help girls move forward. And once we reach an equal parity, we reach equal amount of girls and boys in some things. Because right now, although we all talk about gender equality, we talk about women's right, but can you actually see the difference? There is difference, but it's moving really slowly. It's going up very gradually, but we want that significant rise in it. And in the next 10 to 15 years, I want to do that. I want to make a change like that, where girls, especially in India, back in the villages, they are also free to, to take STEM subjects. Because right now, if you go back in India and a lot of places, there is this misconception and this presumption made by everyone, literally everyone, that girls can't do maths. You might have heard that as well. Oh, girls are good in art subjects, they are good at drawing, they are good at these things, but they're not good at maths and science. But that's so not true. Girls are so much better in maths. We are biologically superior. I consider girls being superior in problem solving abilities, in multitasking, in finding out different ways to solve one single problem. So we are so much better biologically. We have this gift given by God. Why not to utilize it, and why is it still suppressed? So I want all those girls to come forward, take maths, take science, no, and not just maths and science, whatever you want, but make sure you choose something for yourself, and you just don't go with someone else's dream. You try to think of something for yourself that yes, this is your dream and you have dreamt about.
Wow, amazing, amazing. And kind of to, like summarize and kind of to like, let people know how manifestation is kind of worked over here. I wanted to say that discipline, certain strong beliefs, strong mindsets, self belief, self trust, and visualization, and consistency, and helping nature of yours, the leadership role that you want to spread awareness. All of these things are kind of how, and hard work, obviously, because everyone has to work hard to achieve their success. But along with that, doing all of these things together helps you achieve success in your life, just as Deeksha has achieved success in her life. And as she says that, it's nothing significant yet, but now all of you might have known that, how significant of an achievement she has made in the world. Um, Now we move towards the fast five round, which is kind of a rapid fire round. So we'll ask you five questions, and maybe you can answer in one word, one sentence, like a short idea. So, you ready?
Yes.
All right, you're like born ready. All right, so one word that defines success for you.
Improvement.
Yeah,
Like always improving.
yeah. The mindset that changed your life.
What a man has done, every man can do. So if something has been achieved, you can always do that. And you can do much
Perfect,
more.
perfect. One habit that made your life successful, that made you successful.
I think it's about spending time with yourself, with your thoughts.
Yeah, to reflect back at what you know. One belief every young person should have.
They can do literally anything, they can achieve anything. You're not too young for anything, you're not too old for anything. You can
Yes,
always start.
yes. And last, one line to inspire millions of youths that you want to tell them.
It's just that never let others tell you your limitations and your boundaries. Like you set your boundaries and they cannot tell you how further you can go. They cannot tell you, okay, you can only take 9 subjects. Go for 15 if you want. Study whatever you want. Nobody should be able to stop you or to set your restrictions, to set your limitations. You are the only one, and there are no limitations to us. If we are determined enough, we can literally do anything in the world.
Yes. We can literally do anything and everything in the world. And we together cannot stress enough on how much you are the one to become successful. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't let others underestimate yourself. And be the better version of yourselves so that you can achieve whatever you want. And Thank you so much for a really inspiring podcast. But before we let you go, a couple of last questions, for wrap up for the youth who wants to become successful, but they feel kind of stuck. What are three simple steps that they can start implementing today, right now?
Now, if you feel stuck, I'll go back to the same things that I've said. It's more about like self doubt that you experience at that moment. You will question every single decision you have made so far, but do not let that keep bothering you. Just give yourself time, go out in public, talk to your parents, because during teenage and when we reach in our early 20s, I've seen lots of people, they just don't want to talk or share their feelings or how they're stuck with with anyone because they don't want others to undermine them. Oh, they're struggling. They don't want them to be seen as beginners of anything. Because if you want to become a pro in anything, if you want to become perfect in a particular field, then you have to begin at some point. And people are scared to be seen as beginners, as someone who don't know what to do, especially in this generation, in this time period that we're living. It's like, okay, I should know everything, but you can ask people, you can ask others, and always reach out. So if you're stuck, talk to people. The more you talk to people, the more ideas you'll get, and you'll see, oh, how insignificant, like, it wasn't even such a big deal that I was stuck on. I can easily move forward and just give yourself time, talk to people, and also spend time with yourself.
Yes. So all of the information that you need right now to become successful is provided in this podcast and in all the podcasts that we usually do, but this one's kind of really inspiring, and we get to see the whole journey of Deekshadi and how she was able to be consistent, be disciplined, and be open to opportunities, and be the better version of herself, and try and be and do anything and everything that she could do, and not underestimate herself, and not let others, underestimate her. And she did the best that she could do, and she achieved, and she is, on the journey of being successful. It's so amazing to have you here. Thank you so much, Deekshadi, for sharing your incredible journey with us today, from, earning a scholarship to Swansea University, leading rocket projects, inspiring thousands to accelerate this summer, and producing educational podcasts, and writing the Teenage Whispers. Your story is truly an example of dedication, vision, and impact. So I'm sure that our listeners and our, audience are really inspired to dream bigger, work smarter, and align with their purpose. And your achievements show that, that with the right mindset, persistence, and passion, and everything, anything is possible, and everything is possible in this world. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. And one last closing line that I want to share with everyone, that success as the main topic of our discussion, it's not just about achieving one point, it's built by small steps that you take. So it's not just one big step, these are the small ladder steps that you take to reach that point. So keep moving forward. And I'd also like to thank our host, Kaavya Ramani, and thank you so much for inviting me today. It was lovely speaking with you and also sharing our thoughts to everyone who's watching right now. And you guys should also watch Kavya's previous episodes and the things that she already achieved in her childhood. I was so impressed by your stage presence, your sarcasm during your childhood. I was like, okay, that's something very extraordinary. So proud of you, Kavya.
Thank you so much. It means a lot coming from you, especially, being a successful person yourself, and you appreciating it means a lot. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. Stay blessed, stay happy. See you later.
See ya. Like, I saw a lot of your videos. Like after your dad told me that I also saw you in Kapil Sharma. And then, yeah, you look very cute. How old are you?
I am 16.
You're 16. Okay. I'm just 4 years older. I'm not like an auntie. So
Yeah. Yeah, I see that because so you're 20. That's
Yeah, I turned 20 recently.
oh, you look younger.
Thank you.
All right. So do you want to meet? My dad was actually right here. Do you want to have a conversation?
Yes, of course, why not?
Sure. I'll just bring it here. Oh,
Yes, yes. Oh, hi, Deeksha. How are you?
Namaste, I'm good. How are
Namaste.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you here.
It was lovely speaking with Kavya right now. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't like I just can't say like एक घंटा कहाँ चला गया पता भी नहीं लगा. We just kept
जी जी
talking and
बिल्कुल
talking.
बिल्कुल नहीं मगर आपका नॉलेज ही इतना है दोनों मतलब ये आपके बारे में भी बोला आपने उसने बात किया था ना इसके पहले तो यू ऑल ऑफ गाइस डूइंग गुड तो ये प्राउड फील हो रहा है फ्रेंकली स्पीकिंग
Thank you,
हाउ
Uncle
इज
Ji.
गूगल बॉय कौटिल्य इज डूइंग गुड
Kausalya is doing good right now. He's in India. वो कल ही गया है.
ओके
कल परसों वापस गया तो कुछ टाइम के लिए he been in India, but
जी
he's
हाँ
also
जी,
doing fantastic right now.
उनसे बात हुई थी
हम्म,
आइए यूएस विजिट करने के लिए दोनों आप भी और कौटिल्य भी दोनों हम इनवाइटिंग
नहीं
यू
जरूर.
we are also planning shortly to visit UK. Definitely we
UK.
will see you over there.
What around what time? So I'll plan
बस अभी
everything for
प्लान
you
मतलब देख
guys.
रहे हैं कि कैसे इसका भी स्केड्यूल देखना है और मेरा भी ये देखना है करके और let you know whenever we will fix the date and everything.
No, no, of course, of course.
जी जी बिल्कुल. Okay then. Sorry. हाँ हाँ. Okay. Oh yeah sure yeah. Okay then.
All right. See ya. Namaste, Uncle Ji. Bye,
नमस्ते नमस्ते.
Kavya.
Hi.